Hi, this is me being super grateful and a little bit humble. The sun is in my face here. It's quite nice light though. I have a minute a bit of a wobble about the fact that I don't know if I deserve some of the accolades and that's really bougie say accolades, but some of the beautiful things that are happening in my life right now. I know I put out a book and it went to number two. Well, no, sorry, it was number one for 2 weeks in Amazon sales and stuff like that. And it was really grateful. And the amount of positive feedback I've been getting has been insane for me. But also now brands are reaching out and sending me things and talking about me. And some amazing people have said that I'm paving the way for like-minded creatives and being this voice that they're not hearing. And it's a lot of, well, it could also be a load of BS, just fluffing me up and, blowing smoke up my ass. But part of me is proud because I wanted me to be the voice I wish I knew maybe 5 years ago. And the reason I talk about 5 years ago, and not like I've been in this industry quite a long time, but 5 years ago was a very poignant time in my life. There was a few others, but this one recently was. I nearly gave everything up. I had a really traumatic experience in my personal life. And I shunned away from what I was doing, and it wasn't great. And then I needed to re-find myself, and I got to the point where I couldn't find myself, and I decided that I was either going to put my camera away for life and get a 9 to 5 job, or I was going to be the Khandie that I knew I was. I just had lost in this trauma, involved lots of things, and I was sort of stuck dealing with the aftermath. And those who know, and those who don't know, I'm grateful you don't know. So I decided at that time when the dust had settled and things had been sent in jiffy bags away, if you know the joke, you know the joke. And I decided that I was going to be me, and I slowly started to be me. Now, I started off very meekly, admittedly. I started wearing the clothes I like to wear. And then I rapidly decided that I needed to filter that into my business. So while I wear black most days in the studio, I do try and put a pop of color in because my personal life, I wear a lot of color. I know this lighting's really distracting, but I'm just going to go with it because I'm having an open heart moment here, you guys. Although it does look. I look like I'm now in the SAS because they put the black bars across the face when they're trying to do them. But it has really denoted how big my chin is. So anyway, back on time. So I decided I was going to stand out a lot more. I made myself more aware and present in the photography community. Community. I started showing up at things and I started vocalizing my opinion because everyone's allowed an opinion, right? Everyone has an asshole and they can talk about that too. But everyone has an opinion. And I wanted to not be the voice that was just a yay for everything because I wanted it to be a very brutally honest view. So sometimes I've been to things and I have not been impressed and I've said I've not been impressed. But that doesn't mean it's crap for everybody. It just means it did not impress me. And I also didn't want to false represent how I feel. I have standards, and I know that in a struggling industry where we barely have time to pay bills and find family time or enjoy hobbies outside of this, to go to shows that perhaps fall flat, and just all these different things, okay? I'm not picking anyone out in particular. I think it's really important that we start being honest. And I started noticing that sometimes reviewers seem to have a very different opinion to me. And I was like, okay, what are you watching that I'm not? And I remember speaking to one reviewer who works for a very well-established photographic magazine who said, I'm not allowed to say terrible things, even if I think it's terrible. I have to sugarcoat it. And we call it in military, I don't know if it's a thing in the civilian street, we call it a shit sandwich. So you say the goodish thing, you put the crap in the middle, and then you say the bad thing, and you say the good thing again. So it sandwiches it between something. And she said, like, I can't do that. I'm not. I have to be really positive all the way through, and our reviews have to be light. And I was like, I don't want to be that. So I didn't. And I started not hiding who I was. And the more I did it, the more I had a bit of abuse. I had someone telling me that I had no place in the photography world. I had someone who walked up to me at an event and said that so-and-so, a person who I send work to, had been slagging me off. And I was like, cool. More annoyed at the person who passed the story on than I was about the person slagging me off. I just stopped sending them work. And I grew my network of friends. I have a very small network of people that I absolutely adore and will fight corners for. And then I have a larger group of friends who I hang out with. And then I have my personal friends, people who know my life and probably know what happened 5 years ago. And I keep them very tight to me, and I share work and I share free content. So over these last 5 years, I've been building the brand that I am proud of, that is Khandie Photography. Loud, brash. In fact, I coined myself at the last photo show, the loudmouth with a camera, because I want it to be the loudmouth. I don't want to be meek and mild. I don't want to be, there are so many great people who can talk to you about the philosophy of art and all this stuff. And I've done this and I've spoken about this and I've been to these seminars and I freaking love these seminars, right? I love them. Sean Tucker speaks to my soul and scratches my head in a way that I cannot fathom how it does it. And yet my own teaching and my own book, if you've read it, I'll put a link in my bio, buy it, it's great for Christmas, is completely like, it's me talking to you. Admittedly, on YouTube, I use less swears because we get in trouble. But it is me. And I decided that's how I wanted to go. And I know this is a rambling video, but I want to reach out to the person there who might be having these moments of thinking I'm going nowhere. So I keep a log of everything I do. And since that last 5 years, I looked back just the other day and I've come really far. Am I finished? No. But yeah, I've come really far and I'm really proud. And I'm looking here just now, there are some of my awards, right? I won at the British Ex-Military and Business Awards. I won Inspiration of the Year. I mean, of the year. Like that's huge. I won the BBC Radio Northampton Make a Difference Awards for the Care Award because of the care. There's not carers in like I look after them, but the work I do in my community. And I won Best Photographer at the River and Posey Awards, which is music for people in this area. And I was absolutely blown away because it's local people voting for me. And they sit there with pride right now. And I got brand deals and collab deals and they're coming soon. But today I took a delivery. I'm going to have to move this mic. Let me put it here. This is going to be try it all one take. I got sent shit. I got sent shit. Not shit, literally. I got sent stuff. People are now trusting me to critique their stuff, to do collabs with them. Businesses that I had never thought would want to work with me. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had my brand deals and I've been a brand ambassador, you know my love for Lens Baby, Analog Wonderland. But people are now saying, Khandie, we want your opinion. Whereas before I felt like they were saying, we're not sure we want it because it's harsh. And I think any business that only goes to the yay sayers is not a business that I think I would instinctively trust. So this is something I've been sent. I'm going to set it up and I'm going to do it. And they haven't asked for a video. They just sent it to me, but they said, you know what, privately tell us what you think about it. And you can keep it. and they're not asking for endorsement, so I'm not endorsing it. But because they haven't asked, and I'm just doing what I said. But I wanted to say, let me get this back. To those of you who are like me, to those of you who struggle to find your place, don't try and fit in. Don't try and be what's that cliche saying? The square peg, round hole thing. Don't be that. Don't be that. Be a star peg. Like, who cares? I was going to make a joke about pegging, but not appropriate. Just like make your own, do your own thing. Because I tell you what, photography is all about standing out and doing what you do. And yet in business times, we all seem to want to like just do the same thing. I think if you're truly proud of who you are, start being that person on purpose. That's a quote from the Queen. There is Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton is one of my icons. I love her. I have her secret. I have her head in a jar of formaldehyde tattooed on the back of my leg. I love Dolly. Be who you are and be it on purpose. You have to stand for who you are. And I know it's cliche to look in the mirror and know who you are, but genuinely, I mean this. Your business will succeed if it is as true to you as possible. You don't need to be like surrounded in beige. You don't need to be, if you can like that as well. You know what? I started off my business and my logo was gray and purple because purple was the color of creativity, I was told. And gray was like this neutral color that was kind of slick. Now it's bright orange and pink and a mid-tone pink because I love color and I wanted it to show in my work. And so I'm slowly changing things over. Like, I love my color work. I love that I work in color. I also love black and white, but my passion will always be color because life is absolutely beautiful. And that's cliche. I want to be me on purpose. So to those who I offend, I don't do it intentionally. To those who don't like what I say, that's okay. You don't have to. To those who tell people like me, you need to simmer down, you need to be more. Because we are enough for who we want to be. Don't be intimidated because we're taking up space that perhaps you wish you had taken up. There are some beautiful people who I follow. I wouldn't be where I was if it wasn't for so many incredible people who support me and I go out and support them. I know I've had amazing conversations with Jay, Keisha Gordon, Tiana, just like loads of, sorry to name drop some great big names there, you know, Gavin Hoey, all of these people, if they haven't spoken to me, if they haven't spoken to me, and they probably have no idea, but they give me little bits of hope that there is space and that I am doing the right thing and I'm on the right path. But there are so many people I've spoken to, like my amazing friend who is currently poorly, Baron, who I love, and Neil's his son, who have been instrumental in my career. Honestly, I literally called them yesterday for advice. I am not going to apologize for the way I am now unless I don't like who I am. So to those brands who have said, you know, we want to work with you, Khandie, I'm ready to work with you. To those people who told me you need to be less, I'm going to be more. And to you who may feel that you're not enough, you are, just start showing it and showing up. Anyway, this is a real ramble and a bit of a heart opening moment. See you all in the next video. And I'm going to build this.